It is true. We live in a fast-paced world. We see all kinds of lifestyles by the power of the internet, results that we will want all flashed upon us. We do all kinds of things, putting up with a lot of stuff in order to have a glimpse of it all. We often judge in our minds that whenever God places us in a period of waiting, that we are in delay. We view it as if we are missing out. This often drives us to do crazy stuff ahead of our time in pure ignorance to what we don't know. We get mad when we remain in the same place for too long and totally overlook what lessons we are taking in the period of waiting. Let me give a preface to what you will expect in this video. 1. What is the season of waiting? 2. Why am I in the season of waiting? 3. What is expected of me in this season? 4. The big blessing. So let me start by debunking what is a season of waiting. See, this is a period where God, in all His wisdom, sets us apart from the crowd, apart from the noise in the world, a period where He deals with us, He teaches us, and majorly a season to know Him better. This season of waiting could be very painful because oftentimes you are going to be alone and everything seems to be on a standstill. Everything is all halted. Things you are manifesting also happen to take more time. You have no results and you may tend to wonder, is there any light at the end of the tunnel? Periods of waiting are not lost time, nor is it that you are missing out. You are exactly where you are supposed to be in this period of time. So cheer up and realize everything is still intact. The train is still on the track. Also realize that even if you feel no progress, you are still in motion, just as your mind is wired to the 3D world. So the truth of the matter is, the season of waiting sucks. Nobody wants it. Nobody loves it. Sometimes we feel in our hearts that you want to go to the next level. We truly know that you want to go to the next level. But the universe, and according to God's wisdom, He keeps us at the place we still are, because there are things that we have to learn. The second lesson is, why am I in this season of waiting? I will ruffle some feathers in this part. See, when you are set apart, you are chosen for that appointed time. You are on the waiting because you have been chosen. That's 1. 2. You have to sharpen your discernment on this season of waiting. What are the lessons coming to you in this season? Instead of focusing on other people's lifestyle on the social media, focus on you. You are the star of the movie. Focus on getting better during the waiting because the blessings will surely be big. To understand this, we must first understand nature. Think about it. When you plant a seed, do you go the next day and check if it has started to grow? No, you are patient, you wait, but in due time, the seed sprouts out of the ground. The same happens to a caterpillar transforming to a butterfly, and in our own lives, the things worth having often requires patience too. But something interesting happens in the season of waiting, and I'm going to be explaining using this simple thing right here, right? This is one of my models where I just took it from. So this is the big break. Just like the video says, the longer the wait, the bigger the blessing. So this is a big blessing. Everybody wants to get to the big blessing. You want to be here. This is what you want. You truly know that you want to be there. This is me. But there are steps, just like a stairs. There are steps that you have to undergo. There are steps. All these are steps, and learning these steps takes time. And most times, even myself, sometimes everybody wants to just go to the next level quickly as possible, right? So you want to get from step 1 here and go straight to your breakthrough. It's just like a natural thing. But the universe, God is not in that rush. God doesn't want you to get to your big break and miss out the lessons that you want you to learn. The third segment, what is expected of me in this season? Are you going to just lay down and get semi-depressed because you are in a period of waiting? No, on the contrary, that is when more will be required of you. We talk about the lessons we learn during this period. We should be quick to take action, quick to learn, quick to avoid ignorance, quick to level up. Every day should be a day preparing for the big blessing. You cannot be sloth and be unprepared, because when the big break happens to you, you will be less qualified to walk fully in the experience of the blessing if you take breaks, if you're not prepared. What is the most important things that you're supposed to do? One is to ask for discernment, because if you can realize what is happening around you, if you can realize what the universe is doing, what God is doing to you, you can be able to cooperate with Him quickly. That's the first thing. Ask for discernment, because if you can know what you're doing, you'll be better positioned. 2, taking action. Once you have the discernment, you're going to be led to do something, you're going to be led to partake something. Maybe it is an endeavor. Or how do you think the big blessing is going to come? Is it just going to, like magically appear? Sometimes it can do that, but most times you'll be led to do something. He says that He gives the power to prosper. So He gives you the power. You already have the power. You just have to put in the work. We have to work with Him. That's why in this season of waiting, you can never be sloth. You can never take breaks in terms of not doing what you know you're supposed to do. You have to be more diligent in this season of waiting as you wait for the big break, as you wait for the big thing to happen, the big blessing. You have to take actions daily. Let each day reflect the progress that you are making, because once the big break comes, it needs to find me prepared. And the big break usually comes big. This is something that they call the Kairos moment. So let me tell you about the Kairos moment. There's 2 types of times. There is the Chronos and there is the Kairos moment. So the Chronos is the everyday passage of times. This is the seconds, the minutes, the hours, the days. That is Chronos, right? And Chronos is all about what you do when you wake up in the morning, etc., etc. These are things that you do every day, the Chronos. But the Kairos moment is this big specific moment. Everything is happening for you during this specific time. Good breaks, blessings, favor, all these things are coming to you in the same time. And you might even be wondering, whoa, all these blessings just like that. That is the Kairos moment. So in order for you to excel in your Kairos moment, you have to have yielded during the season of waiting. You have to have prepared. You have to get to learn as many things as you can, which are going to help you. And also in the season of waiting, God works on your heart, so that whenever even the big break comes, your heart is still going to be fixed on Him. This is also very important, especially when we're talking about the matters of getting to the next level. 2 things comes into play. The first thing is all about the mind. You must have a mental transformation, and this is important to the season of waiting. The season of waiting works on the mind. The mental transformation, which is going to propel you to the next level. The thing is, you are a product of your mindset. And if the mindset is faulty, something about your life is going to be a bit faulty. And that is what the universe works. God works on us during this time, so that we can have a healthy mindset that is going to sustain us in the next level. The next thing is the heart. He works on the heart because the heart is very deceitful. So He works on the heart, and He purifies our hearts in such a way when we get to the next season, we can be able to have a heart that is yielded. Super important. I remember a time when I was desperately chasing after something I thought I needed. I pushed, I struggled. I always had drawings on my wall on what I wanted. I wrote it down and claimed to have them, but no matter what I did, it remained just out of reach. It wasn't until I surrendered to the flow of life and embraced patience that the true magic began to unfold. You see, patience is not passively waiting. It is active trust in the wisdom of the universe, the wisdom of God. It's about cultivating faith that everything is happening exactly as it should be, even when you can't see the bigger picture. Segment 4, the big blessing. I already can feel the tingles as I say this, and this is what every one of us truly loves, the big blessing, a reward of waiting. As a reward of taking the necessary lesson, a reward of patience. When this happens, it happens really good. Some people call it divine timing. And the last thing about the big blessing is guaranteed because God is a good God. And truly, if you have faith, it says that faith is the substance of things hoped for an evidence of things not seen. So if you truly know in a season of waiting and you're waiting for these big blessings, you already have the faith that your blessing is going to come. And by the act of faith, you have to be diligent in doing the task that you know you're supposed to do, in performing each and every single day, by not being sloth, by just fearing God, leveling up yourself, and all these things. So that has been very interesting even unto me. So if you found some value in this video, my name is Gatheru. I talk about money, business, and self-improvement. And definitely like this video to be shown to more people, and subscribe to our family. I also have an email list for my community. Contact me on my email list. I'll put it down in the description, and I appreciate you guys. So till next time, peace.